VeChain has been an accumulative range that has lasted for a period of 3 years. Doesn't quite often come back down to fair value, but I'm going to show you step by step how you can understand not just VeChain, but any of your cryptocurrencies, whether something's fair value, how you can take advantage of that, and how you can apply the appropriate risk management. Okay, so VeChain, we're going to start off on the weekly, guys, and we're going to do something a little bit differently in this video because I'm going to split you into two different groups. The two groups are the people on YouTube. Now, the people on YouTube, a lot of them want to know exactly when's a good entry, when's a good exit, where the bull market high is going to be, when the bull market high is going to be. Guys, it is not about time in tops. It is not about time in bottoms. It is about time in the market, how long you're in the market, when the build phase is, how you can take advantage of an accumulative phase when something is fair value. So the two people are the two different types of groups. You've got the people that want to self-develop. People that want to self-develop, get yourself on this Discord group because that's where you can understand, that's where you can learn strategies, that's where you can learn self-development, that's where you can learn risk management, and that's where you can learn a step-by-step process. So I've just released the bullseye strategy as an example in there. Bullseye strategy is a 7-step process with an if-then syntax built into it, which means that if one rule happens, then the next rule needs to happen. If that happens, then the next rule needs to happen, all the way up to step 7. And once step 7 happens, you get your stops, you get your targets, you get your entries, you understand your risk management, and you can calculate your trades going back in time to find out how profitable they are. So the people on YouTube, guys, I'm not going to judge you because people are different. Everyone's got different mindsets. Everyone's got different scenarios. Some people just want to understand exactly where to enter, where to exit. And if I look at the VeChain now, guys, and you do this now, look at the chart and shout out, are we bullish? Are we bearish? Is it fair value? Because do I know if VeChain is going to put in a new bull market high? Do I know when the bull market high is going to be? You're asking the wrong guy, guys. Nobody knows that. Unfortunately, technical analysis is just a probabilities game. So the people that want to self-develop, get yourself on the Discord, link in the description below, and we're going to analyze together VeChain now, starting on the higher time frame with our trusty Fibonacci retracement. So we're looking for resistance points at the moment. So we're going from its previous bull market high all the way to its bear market low. You can see that the 38.2 is going to be a key resistance point. So we're going to mark that out now, 38.2%. Now, during a bull market, guys, cryptos that have been battered, altcoins that have been battered, they tend to come back and hit their 38.2%. So 38.2% is a conservative level from where price action is now. That is to the upside, 373%, 3.7x. So there's the first key area of resistance we're expecting. Now, we're looking for conservative levels, higher probability moves. This was the lower high of the bear market. That's when people thought the bull market was going to continue. That was a lower high. So we're going to go from that lower high to the bear market low. And we're going to identify the 38.2% retracement from this previous lower high of the bear market. And you can see this is going to be a key area because look what happened here. We got support. We got support. What happens when you drop support? It comes back down, resistance, exactly the same level, resistance. So that level is sitting at 8 cents exactly. So 8 cents, psychological round number. We know that the masses, the crowds, they put their key levels of resistance, i.e. sell orders or buy orders, at these psychological round numbers. Guess what happened when we come back down here? 8 cents, bam, rejection point, 38.2% retracement of this previous lower high. So that is the area that we need to overcome. But in the short term, you need to understand that we're at the bottom of a range. So how can you identify, looking at this chart, whether something's fair value? We bring up the fixed range volume profile. Firstly, let's measure the range. Measure the range. So we're going from here all the way to where price action is now. How long is it? 1,148 days. When something's been in an accumulative phase, you can see how flat it is. When something's been in an accumulative phase for such a long period of time, when it breaks out with volatility. So fixed range volume profile, we're going from here all the way down here. We need to understand where the area of most traded volume is within this big, massive accumulative range. Are we above it? Are we below it? We're nearly touching it, guys. We've just bounced off it. So this key area is going to be a strong support. If price action comes back there, that is going to be one of the best accumulative phases within the whole of this range. That's sitting at 0.2232. Where's price action now? Currently sitting, like we say, 0.245. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the shorter time frame, look for clues. We're going to go into the daily. And then what we can do is stick on a diagonal trend, because the aim of the game is to understand first and foremost when the bulls have got momentum. We haven't even brought any indicators on yet. We're going to bring some indicators very shortly. But what we're looking for is the bulls to come down, crack trend, and then we can understand and identify where risk lies. You understand where your risk is, where your reward's going to be. You understand whether it's actually worth it. So that's the first thing. Wait for momentum. You're waiting for momentum. You understand where your risk is. Let me just zoom back out onto the weekly and have a look at the higher time frame indicators. You can see the stochastic massively oversold. Got the RSI coming into oversold. So the indications on the higher time frame are telling us we're oversold. We're oversold at one position. We're oversold at the area of most traded volume. We're above that, which is acting as support. So that's strong. What's the downside potential? Downside potential all the way to this low. It doesn't look much, guys. 44%. So we know there's 44% to the downside. If you're accumulating this, you're just getting into crypto now. And just as an example, guys, something like VeChain, it's high risk. If I add $10,000 or say I add $1,000, how much would I put into this? I'd probably put $25 here, where price action is now. And then I know there's a drop of 44% to the downside. If something comes back down and we get a nasty crash, then I would reaccumulate at that level, bring in my average in the middle here. If it didn't happen, it doesn't happen, guys. If you don't get to put all your position in, it doesn't matter, guys. You can look at other areas to diversify for things that haven't run yet to add that position elsewhere. So if you've got limit orders, for example, down here, this is not financial advice, this is risk management. If you've got limit order down here and you've just bought down here your first position and then VeChain does that, you do not start buying back in the middle of a range. That's dead. This is dead. You understand that that can be reaccumulated and diversified elsewhere, and you've still got yourself a good position there. So that's how you can play it, guys. And let me know which group you're in. Are you in the YouTube group? Do you want to understand exactly when bull market highs are going to be, where bull market highs are going to be, what the exact price is? Or are you going to be one of the self-developers that's going to get yourself in the Discord and we can all learn something from each other together? That's about it from me. Take care of yourselves, guys. I'll see you in the next one.